So in the Forge is a crazy glitch that you actually need to take advantage right now, and that's with recycling. So this goes for a lot of mid-game players. When you guys are recycling, you probably have at least one gargantuan if you guys are mid-game, at least I hope. And if not, this is still really useful for you because this is actually insane to get really good weapons. Now, as you guys know, currently the best weapon to get is the Dark Knight gauntlets, and that requires 9 ores. Now, something that's very cheap and something that's actually possible using this glitch is getting straight swords. And the best straight sword you could get is actually the hook blade. So if you go to the straight sword, I already have every single blueprint possible, and the best is hook blade for the straight sword category, and it's a 1 in 5 chance. Now, if you guys are crafting the straight sword and you're putting gargantuans, you need at least, like the least amount, 2 gargantuans to make a straight sword. What if I told you all you need is 1 and you guarantee whichever weapon you want to get? So currently, if you go to sell tools, then recycle, or you talk to Woo over here, you get half your ores back. Now, the thing is, if you use 1 ore, let's say, for example, over here, instead of 4 Ice Eye, 4 Yeti Hearts, and 4 Void Stars, I use 1 Ice Eye, 1 Yeti Heart, and 1 Void Star, I get all 4 back. So I'll literally just forge something just to show you guys. And since I have 1 Gargantuan, I would put 1 Gargantuan. I would put a Heavenite since I have a Heavenite. And then I'll put 1 Golem Heart, and I'll put 1 Void Star. Let's do that. Then this is like, I'm pretty sure like the best recipe you could use. I mean, you could probably swap out the Void Star for maybe like a Yeti Heart if you don't have a Heavenite. You could swap it out for Yeti Heart to stack those on. But keep in mind, when you do this, all of it's gonna be 25% because there's 4 different ores and 1 of each. That's 25% of each ore. So you're not gonna be maximizing your passive ability that you get because that has to be 30%. But doing this, I have a 14% chance for a straight sword. So I have a 14% chance to get a straight sword, and on top of that, 1 in 5 chance to get a hook blade, which is kind of rare. But the good thing about this is, once I craft this, I got a dagger, which obviously I don't want, and it's most likely I'm gonna get a dagger. But all that rare stuff that I had, like Heaven Knight's very difficult to get, the Void Star's not that hard to get, but the Gargantua is really hard to get, and Golem Hearts are relatively difficult. You guys can see right here, I probably should have made it broken and not did good craft quality, so it sells for less. But as you guys see, it sells for 1.5k, right? And now if I want to recycle it, I'll just go sell, recycle, and I recycle this, I get every single one of my ores back. And now it costs me 1.5k to recycle this. So to make the recycling cost even less, you want to just have horrible craft quality. So make sure you have horrible craft quality on the things that you don't want. So like, for example, that dagger, once I saw that, I should not have even got it to 80%. So then now I'll literally go ahead and forge the exact same thing again using the same stuff that I literally got back. And as you guys see right over here, I got another dagger, a better dagger, but not something I want. So then now don't even touch it, or literally just spam click bad like this. And then once you do that, there we go. Make sure it's every single one. Now watch this. Once it's done forging, it's going to pop this up. And then now it's broken quality. It still has 4% because of my game passes and I'm using Dwarf. But as you can see, it sells for only $900 now. So then now that it sells for only $900, I could go ahead and recycle it for $900, so that I save half my money, because otherwise I would be paying $2,000 if I did a good craft. Now I only pay $1,000. So then now do that, boom. So then now I would just keep repeating this to get a hook dagger. And not gonna lie, not the hook dagger, but the hook blade. And not gonna lie, I think if I get a hook blade with these 4 materials, if I do that, it honestly might be better than the current gargantuan sword that I have. And I use 3 gargantuans and 2 golem hearts for this, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I use that. Or maybe I use 3 gargantuans and 3 golem hearts. I don't even remember what I use. Actually, I could check. So if I recycle this, you could actually see what I use exactly. Just got to double it. Unless I use an odd number. Okay, it looks like, oh, okay, so I actually used 4 gargantuans and 2 golem hearts to craft this. That was a lot of gargantuans I used for my cutlass, and I want to see if I use this very cheap method to get a hook blade, and once I get the hook blade, is it going to beat the current gargantuan weapon I have? I think it might with this recipe. Another thing is, since I only have one gargantuan and one heavenite, I could only do this once at a time and have to keep recycling, which honestly just wastes a lot of time and is pretty annoying to do. So if I had more, I would literally get the weapon I want a lot faster. And if it costs me 1,000 every time, it's not that bad, honestly. 900 bucks every time, and the chances aren't too bad. You know what I mean? Because it's literally guaranteed that I'm going to be constantly crafting this. So, like, a 14% chance is not that bad, and the hook blade, luckily, is a 1 in 5 chance. Unlike a Hellslayer, if you do the math on that, you probably got to spend, like, 200,000 to get a Hellslayer. So, to get a hook blade, it should be a lot cheaper. But then again, knowing my luck, I always get unlucky, and I always get what I don't want. So we'll actually see how many tries it takes me. Oh, look at that, guys. I got a straight sword, but the war straight sword. But there you go. You guys see that took me like 6 tries and I got a straight sword and it was a 14% chance. That's not too bad. But now that it's a straight sword, also the one I don't want, it does cost more to recycle, unfortunately. So still, even though I got the one that I don't want, you also want to make it broken because obviously even like I know guaranteed I'm gonna recycle it. You don't want to spend a lot more money to recycle it. Let's see the stats on this though. Right over. Oh, actually, that's not it. It should be all the way here. There it is. Look, guys, the stats are obviously worse, but still not that bad. You know what I mean? It's still really good. And keep in mind that I'm literally using one of each ore, and I'm using it infinitely to get literally the best weapon. So I think this is a very good method. It's literally going to be my current weapon I use, and I used 4 gargantuans for mine. I didn't record this part. I accidentally sold it, dude. I literally lost my heavenite. I lost my gargantuan. I obviously didn't mean to do this, but I literally sold it by accident. I lost my gargantuan. I lost my heavenite, and I lost other stuff that I don't care about, but oh my gosh, I just sold it for $1,000. Since I literally deleted mine, I went to try to find a hook blade that's gargantuan, and this guy crafted one, Rexon, but the thing about his is that he crafted it, but it's obviously not using my recipe. Now, he used Eyesight, Gargantuan, Cerealfall, and Golem Hearts, and does a lot of damage, bro, and really good attack speed. Like, this would be actually a really OP weapon, even with my very cheap version, dude. This would be actually really, really useful. And then when he uses it, look how fast he kills these spiders, guys. There's this spider right here. Look how fast he attacks with that hook blade. That's insane. So, guys, take this as a lesson to not sell it by accident. Make sure you always click recycle items. And I don't even know how I did, to be honest. I wasn't just paying attention because literally when you select it, this has to pop up. And the moment you see this, then only click yes. And yeah, sadly I didn't record it. Otherwise you guys would have saw me do it. But I literally just wasn't paying attention and I went like sell, and I literally just did it. But you guys can see the UI is completely different and I still did it, bro. I feel so dumb for doing that. And now I'm gonna have to go grind up a gargantuan and heavenite again. And you guys know how hard heavenite is to get. Heavenite you can only get from the floating crystal. And I didn't even get the heavenite myself. Someone on my live stream, one of my fans, Lloyd, actually gave it to me since he mined it up. And he just let me mine it fully. And that's how I got my heavenite. And that's how I got my gargantuans and stuff too. And now, guys, I don't have any. Actually, I got the gargantuan one myself. But yeah, dude, that kind of sucks. At least there's a floating crystal over here. I'll have to grind it all back and then try again for it. Hopefully then I don't sell it. And yeah, just take that as a lesson for you guys. I'm honestly really mad at myself for it, but it is what it is. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And hopefully the glitch helps you guys. And hopefully it's not patched by the time you guys watch this. So yeah.